6:45 in the morning. Busy day, Veterans Day. Joel Hochberg standing patiently by.
God, you've got great guests. I mean,
Rancho
really
Lodge
great
Cultural
guests.
Christian. Thank you, Joel. Well, you know what? And Joel's not just the guy who runs around and makes funny videos. I met him when he was filming the video for the late great Maurice Pratt.
That's right.
Maurice. And Joel's a guy who's worked in the film business, marketing director for Fox Pictures, and his daughter is a well-known publicist now in the business. You got a lot of stuff going on. First of all, they sold out some event that you know.
Some event. It's called Rancho Mirage does Broadway. Yes, it's as you can see. You see the poster here?
Right.
Do you see what's written on the poster?
Yes, sold out.
Sold out. Beverly Green and our other commissioners are really proud about that show and all the shows that the commission produces.
You guys have really done a good job.
Thank you.
Although 2 years ago you brought Yakov Smirnoff out here.
He was funny. Okay, all right, pass that. Go on to the next.
Paul Maurice and hastened his demise have an interview. Now you're also doing a big thing now. It's coming in February, so you'll be on before that. But you do a bunch of documentaries, short films in the desert. How long are the films?
You're referring to an evening of short shorts with the Docmeister. And you know who the Docmeister is?
That's you.
That's me, and I'm wearing the hat to prove it.
Right.
And that's in February, and then we have which are really short shorts as opposed to long shorts. These are the ones that are roughly 1 to 3 minutes. So you get 20 shorts in about an hour and 10 minutes. And then also in February, which actually is in the following day, February 2nd and 3rd, Palm Springs well-known composer Stanley Walden came up with the idea of he and me doing a dramatic reading of Address Unknown, which is a well-acclaimed, long time since the 1930s novel about World War II, but it's just a collection of letters between two people, two partners, one in Germany and one in San Francisco, and you just see World War II and the coming storm through their eyes, and that's as a benefit for the Tolerance Education Center.
Yeah, and we've got to keep doing that stuff. You're out now. Now, when you go film these documentaries, what gives you? You have one coming up on Temple Isaiah.
Temple Isaiah, yes.
Paws and Hearts, Making Old New Again, about a firehouse in Cathedral City. Where do you get your ideas from?
Well, the ideas come either from a newspaper or magazine, the Desert Sun, or any other Palm Springs Life, but now more and more they come from referrals, they come from people who have heard of me. An example being Cathedral City heard about my documentaries, and they're doing a restoration, among other things, and in fact, as we speak, on Cathedral Canyon Drive and 111 of the old firehouse that they originally, the mural was done by artist Gary High in 1999. The son took care of it, and now they're restoring it, and they're doing a wonderful job, and it's almost complete. I think people who pass by or want to go visit it, there's about another week or so that Gary's going to be restoring it. And then there's, you mentioned Paws and Hearts, which Richard Waxman heads up, and that's I don't know if you've heard of Paws and Hearts, which they go to Eisenhower with dogs and to various other hospitals and retirement homes, and the dogs bond with the patients, and it's a wonderful experience to see that. I'm currently filming that. The Temple Isaiah called me through a friend, a former client, Eileen Stern, bless her heart, who asked if I would be interested in doing a documentary. When I spoke to them and met Rabbi Sally for the first time, I was so taken by this dynamic rabbi.
She's really good.
And the program they're doing and how they're reaching out to the community and the social programs as well as the cultural programs. So I'm really into that and love doing it. And also pre-producing. I was just freezing the other day.
Yes.
Freezing in the desert. We're pre-producing for the Virginia Wearing International Piano Competition, the black and white ball, something called, which Peggy Cravens gave me the title, The Icing of a Piano. I don't know if you've been to Stewart's Steakhouse. That's Stuart Anderson, formerly of Black Angus, and he has a new steakhouse that's open for the last couple of months, but now is going full steam ahead, called Stewart's Steakhouse on 111 near Frank Sinatra. I had dinner there the other night, and Stuart is a neighbor and a friend, and I'm looking forward to doing a commercial in documentary style for him and his wife, Helen.
This has gone from filming things about tolerance to pushing a restaurant. I love it. That's why I love you. You get it all.
Absolutely. But my love is giving back to the community.
Yeah, it is.
Through the documentaries.
And you've done a great job. You're going to be in way beforehand. We're going to spend the whole more time.
And I have to tell you, there's two other things, or actually one other thing, is about March 7th, which is An Evening with John Bayliss, and the world premiere of his the finished documentary, A Work in Progress. John Bayliss, as you may or may not know, came to the desert, famous composer,
Yes,
writer, performer,
absolutely.
and the second day he was here, he had a stroke, lost all use of his right side, and yet now today, although he's gradually getting back to it, he is playing the piano with his left hand. He is composing for the Virginia Waring. He is doing all kinds of performances. He is going to Russia to perform. And the documentary, which several people have seen an early cut of, just were very touched by it, as I was. And this is, again, another example of a wonderful person, creative, special, who lives in the desert. And in addition to my pro bono documentaries for the various charities, I love doing about people, and I call the series People with Passion.
Right.
John is one
We're
of
talking about
those
Mr.
people.
Bayless. One of the problems is that almost all the orchestral pieces are written for right-handed pianists. So it's very, very difficult to find music that they left. Now, see, look at you smile, because you didn't think I knew that. So it's very
I
difficult.
never knew you that cultural.
I never, most left-handed pianists, they have a lot of problems. They have to really work because the pieces are not
Well,
written.
you've got to hear John. He plays with the left hand, and he also has the use of his feet on, on the pedal. And it sounds, if you close your eyes, it sounds like two hands. I swear.
Well, that's amazing, and that takes a lot of courage. You have a lot going on. Of course, we're going to have you in a couple of months to talk about, the big things over at the Rancho Mirage Library. And what I like about you, Joel, is that you're doing a variety of subjects. You're getting out here. You're hitting the desert. So it's been a lot of fun.
It's been about retirement. I never thought it would be this much fun or this creative, and
Well, you get to pick what you want to do.
and that's what when in retirement, hopefully you have the ability to have time to do that.
All right, now we did talk about your daughter being a publicist. She was on some movie that made about $30, Slumdog Millionaire. She was the publicist for that. She's also now repping another great Danny Boyle movie. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I wish I had seen it. It's opening, I think, in another couple of weeks, called 127 Hours, and it's a story of Aaron Ralston, the hiker who was trapped. He got stuck between a rock and a hard place, between two rocks.
Right, this guy had to do something.
Had to remove one of his
limbs.
And this is a 90-minute, 2-hour movie by Danny Boyle, the director of Slumdog Millionaire. And from what I hear, not only from Lauren, but from other people in the business who have seen it at screenings, it's absolutely amazing and riveting. My daughter and Searchlight Pictures would like to thank you for this little promo.
Well, we have to because it did good. And I'd like to thank you as well. And you're on the Rancho Mirage Cultural Commission. Right?
Cultural Commission, the only board I am on because I wanted to spend all my time making my little, what did you say, little funny films or little funny documentaries, and that's the only board I've remained on by choice because we have such a good time. We do, I think, a good job for the community, and it's a fun experience.
Well, yeah, and not only that, you just bring out great stuff, and again, it's not easy because you put 5 people in a room and they got 12 opinions.
Well, but we get along.
You all do get along, and you know what I like about it is once you guys decide on a show, you back that show 100%, and that's. You never hear, well, I didn't want that clown out here. You know what I mean? It's never that. It's always, we got to sell tickets. What do we do?
Steve, you are so insightful. I've always known that, but like you said before, I never knew you knew so much about music and about classical music and about the left hand and right hand with the piano.
Well, stop. The only thing I wish they would do is I love the Adamberg Center. They got to stop having those pictures of like the first liver operation in 1847 where the guy's holding up the liver.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. If you come to one of the shows there, we will cover it for the night.
Oh, that's fun.